The Rise of Skywalker. I watched it on premiere night, December 19th, and today is currently the 23rd of December. It's been about 4 days. 4 days, if I'm correct, as of this recording. I didn't make a video immediately because I was very upset. I'm not going to lie. I don't want to come out to this video being angry, throwing a rant, but this is kind of a rant, not anymore. Type-ish, whatever. Number one, I'm very disappointed. I was very absolutely disappointed of what the F happened. Like, there's a lot of plot holes that concern me, okay? But first I will go to the good side of this movie, and we will talk about the bad. But first we'll talk about the good, because I've been trying to analyze myself of what are the good parts in this movie are. Because like I said before, that Star Wars fans were very demanding. It's no lie. We are no joke. We wanted fan service. And did I get the fan service that I want? So-so. It's a so-so at this moment, because number one, Rey becoming a Skywalker was a big thumbs down. The good one is that she is a Palpatine, which was, I've been right for so long since The Force Awakens. Like, I've been thinking about it since The Force Awakens. Like, Rey is definitely a Palpatine. Either she was a Palpatine or she was an Obi-Wan. Oh, sorry. Either she was a Palpatine or Kenobi. Sorry. I like the part that she was a Palpatine for the good side, but the fact that she changed herself to become a Skywalker is just a very, very disrespectful way to say that Luke and Leia just made a Skywalker. No, I'm sorry, but no, like, the Skywalkers, you have to have a blood of a Skywalker. If we're talking about midichlorians or the Force within the Skywalker, you have to have the blood of a Skywalker. Luke Skywalker will never be called Luke Skywalker if he wasn't the son of Anakin Skywalker. You see what I'm saying here? The Force is strong in the family. That's been the quote of the Skywalkers. But the fact that you have to give it to Rey is just, ugh. The thing is, Palpatine and Skywalkers are two different Force-powered users, okay? I'm pretty sure the power levels are different. But, like, when he became Darth Vader, I'm pretty sure it's equivalent to Palpatine now. But because of the respirators and stuff, he could die because Palpatine, you know? Another thing is, I will give props to the Star Wars, The Rise of Skywalker, is they managed to pull off an MCU type strategy. And what do I mean by that? The Rise of Darth Sidious, they literally based it off on the Dark Empire comic books, which was a Legends now. But if you don't know, look it up. I'm not gonna explain it, but basically it's the same as the Rise of Skywalker, where Darth Sidious is still alive, the Emperor, and then he built a new army, just like in this movie, in the Dark Empire. But instead of him being wounded, he transferred his life force spirit to his another body clone. So he made a contingency plan about, like, having a clone version of himself and transfer his life force through it. That's another thing that I will discuss. The Force. The bad side of the Force was they kind of overdid it. The Force works in a way in George Lucas's vision, right? The thing of the movie that they're trying to do is they're trying to make the Force look like it's infinite. Like, it cannot be destroyed nor created. It just flows through you. And then it can do anything. That's the thing I don't want, because the Force is a very complex but also a very complicated way to master within the Jedi or within the life itself in the Star Wars lore. I think George Lucas was meant to make the Force be a part of a Jedi, but not as much to the point where they should use it very often. And that's the thing that bothers me as well, because the Force, you cannot just rely on the Force every time. That's the thing. Like, you're a Jedi, you have a lightsaber. Like, the Force, you use all of your powers you could still get drained. You know, they just overdid it. I really do believe they overdid it. That the Force was everything. Yeah, it can be like you can feel it, you can set your mind into it, you can be connected to someone with it, but not entirely to the point where it should be to the that it should be everything. It should be an infinite life and or death situation that should be used often. You know, like the Force healing, that's not new to me. I've seen it before. It was in the Legends, and by the way, a little bit of knowledge for you guys. Anakin Skywalker in the Legends content knows how to use the Force healing. Yeah, believe it or not. It's now Legends content now, but so Anakin never really learned Force healing in the first place. I believe it was that he gave his life force through the wounded Jedi through the Force healing, but she died anyway. Yeah, the Force healing, I don't know. The thing is, Rey, I understand Rey learning it because he learned it from the old Jedi textbooks, which I get. I totally understand it. Like if you're learning the ways of Force healing and you all you have to do is go way back to the ancient Jedi, the old Republic Jedis who wrote these books, teach you how to Force heal and all that. That's fine. But the thing is, another good thing about it is it has limits that you will feel you feel like your life force is being drained while you use it if you're healing someone. And another thing that's good about it is that if you're trying to revive someone, it's gonna cost your life. That's what happened with Ben Solo in The Rise of Skywalker in the end. Yeah, that's really good. I really do believe that's a good thing. It's a good trope, but there's just a lot of plot holes. Like the Force healing with Darth Sidious with the transfer life thingy. That's just ridiculous, man. Like he could have done that a long time ago. Man. He could have taken all life forms and put it into his body and become a life force itself, you know, and he's fully formed again. But I guess it will be a different type, that it has to be a Force sensitive to take all the life force away from them. The Force healing, I thought initially it was gonna be overused by everyone because it would be a major plot hole. It would be, because in Revenge of the Sith, the point was to save Padme, and if Padme was like giving birth, Anakin would have just said, okay, let's Force heal you. Nope. No, yeah. But yeah, it I do think it's a safe bet. But then again, it's just like they made the Force a little bit, just tiny bit. Actually, no, like this complicated. So yeah. Another thing I want to talk about, the only thing that I wasn't very happy and fond of was, yes, there were the voices of all the past Jedi, but where's Anakin Skywalker? Come on, man. Anakin Skywalker, a Skywalker. Apparently, he did not make the cut in the movie. They cut him on deleted scenes. I don't know if it will be confirmed, but apparently that's what it is. Why? Why no Anakin Skywalker, man? Anakin Skywalker is literally the man who started all of this. The Skywalker saga. Who started all of this? He was the one. Before it was Luke and Leia. Yes, it might be in the prequels, but come on. He's also a Skywalker. You cannot ignore that, man. Like, even though he moved on to the past and knows that Darth Sidious is alive, he could have been a Force guide to Rey, to not to be seduced by his grandfather. That would have been amazing. Just a glimpse of Anakin Skywalker guiding her, not to be seduced by the dark side, not to be seduced by his grandfather, Rey Palpatine. No, I'm not gonna call her Skywalker. I'm sorry, but you're a Palpatine. But that's the thing. That's the thing that disappointed me. It's a like literally, the title said The Rise of Skywalker, and they literally put the tagline, it's the end of the Skywalker saga. Why did you not put Anakin Skywalker? That's just the biggest $1 million question mark I want to know. I get it. that it's just gonna be focused on Luke and Leia. But then again, I still disagree that Anakin Skywalker should have been cut. They should have not at all cut him because he's also a Skywalker, and that is one of my problems. And lastly, the problem was with Leia dying randomly is just weird. But I do like Han Solo talking into Ben Solo to become in the good again. That he told him it's Kylo Ren is dead. That was awesome. Another problem that I was seeing was C-3PO. C-3PO, that was his personality. I will give him a positive on that. Like, he talks a lot. He does talk a lot, especially in the original trilogies, especially in Empire Strikes Back. But the thing that I did not like was they erased his memory and then they brought him back, which was a very big minus to me, because like the line was so sad. It was like taking one last good look at my friends. That was like heart-wrenching. I was like, yo, C-3PO not gonna remember anything. Like all throughout his life, man, he's been memory wiped twice. This is the second time we've been memory wiped, and then he will forget again, and that's crazy. And then when they wiped his memory off, I was like, man, that's it, it's over. And then out of nowhere, they literally turned the tide by bringing back his memory thanks to R2-D2. I don't know how he managed to back up all that memory files, but hey, it's the Rise of Skywalker. There's nothing we can do about it now. But still, that's still a big negative for me. I just kind of didn't like the fact that they're trying to say goodbye to C-3PO, and then again they brought him back. Babu Freak, he's another rival for Star Wars against Baby Yoda. It's a meme now. I do like Babu Freak. It's funny. Especially, and lastly, the battle. I thought it was actually gonna take place in space because it didn't make sense, but they're actually battling in the planet, so that's good. I was kind of nervous that like they're kind of breaking the rules now again. Remember the last Jedi broke the freaking hyperspace rule. It's just ridiculous. I'll never forget Rian Johnson's destruction in that movie. But let's back to the movie right now, The Rise of Skywalker. I do like the fact that the battle was intense, heavily fortified. The New Republic just couldn't help. They don't want another war, and I get that. I understand that. That's a good way for me to understand it as a Star Wars fan. They gathered all the reinforcements alive. They want to bring down the Empire. They don't want them to rise again. The Final Order, they want to destroy that. I do like the Final Order, just to mention that. I love that name, the Final Order. Yo, he has a lot. Darth Sidious has a lot of contingency plans, man. That's crazy. Like Operation Cinder in Battlefront 2, and now the Final Order. Like he doesn't want to die. He wants to finish what he started for the past 40 years. It's just ridiculous, man. I love it. He's smart. I'll give him that. But like then again, he failed because he tried to do Palpatine, his granddaughter, and he failed. And he got killed by Ben Solo, and he had to kill Ben Solo. And then he let out this massive lightning. The battle was crazy. Palpatine was OP as fuck in the Force, man. He's OP. I will give him that. The Force lightning is crazy. That's just it was amazing that I just didn't get the people around Sidious doing the chants. Apparently it's all the Sith, but if you know, please leave it in the comments. I really want to know who they are. I don't know if they're Sith acolytes or they're scientists for the dark science, or they're literally Sith acolytes. I don't know. It's not really mentioned, but they were there. And then when they destroyed him, it was all over. When Rey was dying, it was all over for them. But yeah. Last thing to mention, the Chewbacca trope. Chewbacca finally getting a medal. That was a good way to end the friend service for 40 years with Luke and Han in the original. He never got a medal. But the only negative was like Chewbacca was supposed to die unexpectedly. I was shocked when like Chewbacca died. But then again, they flipped it around and they made him alive, which was another bad thing. And General Hux, that is a big question mark that I had with General Hux. I don't know why he became a spy. Number one, he was so obsessed with destroying the Resistance that he decided to switch on him. Was the worst idea I've ever heard under J.J. Abrams. You cannot just say, oh, I don't want you guys to win. I just don't want Kylo Ren to win. That doesn't make sense because you're trying to destroy the Resistance for like a long time, since The Force Awakens. It's just like, oh, frustration, man. It's just frustrating. I don't know why he became a spy. He doesn't need to be a spy. He could just be brutal, just like the other guy. I forgot his name. General Admiral Pride, I think. Admiral Pride. Like, he could have been him. That could have been him. He would have been obsessed with taking down Resistance. He could have been obsessed in taking them down in revenge on Supreme Leader Snoke. And then he could have been like butting heads with Kylo Ren, but he will die anyway. But that's the thing. Yeah. I think those are the stuff I need to mention. This is just gonna be a raw video because I really want to let it all out, what's on my mind. Yeah. Do I like the movie? Not really. It's like the second worst to The Last Jedi. The Attack of the Clones is number 3 on my list of the worst Star Wars movies. But there was some stuff where I understood it. There's some stuff that I didn't. I like the connection of what they did. They're trying to take some content from the legend and put it into their canon movies and then mold it to their own, just like the MCU movies, which was a positive. But it was just lacking. That's the thing. It was just lacking. They're too safe. They were too safe. MCU, when they did that with the Civil War, they took a risk. They took a big jump risk. Civil War is one of the best Marvel comic books out there. And then when they put it in a movie and they tweaked it a little bit because they can't have all the characters, that was a big positive. And then it made a huge impact on the Captain America anthology. It was really good. The trilogy was amazing. Captain America trilogy was amazing. They should have done that with The Rise of Skywalker. They should have taken big risks if they're going to take off content from George Lucas's Legends content and put it into the canon and then mold it into their own version. But they just took it way too safe. That's why there were so many plot holes. There were so many question marks. There were so many horrible, horrible decisions that I didn't like. But the good thing is, I still got the fan service I want. I just didn't get Anakin Skywalker. I managed to figure it out. Rey was always a Palpatine all along. It was a big FU to Rian Johnson and to Kathleen Kennedy. And yeah, I think it was alright. I think this movie was alright after careful consideration because I was so upset. I just didn't get what I want when I watched the premiere night. But now, considering the fact that they actually did it, I'm satisfied. I'm not happy. I'm just satisfied. Are they gonna make more movies with this? Probably. They're probably gonna take content from the Legends and then make it their own. But they gotta make it. They have to make a risk. They have to. They really have to. Even though I'm a very, very committed Star Wars fan, they have to make a huge risk. They cannot stay safe anymore. Just take something from Legends content and just make it into your own. If you're gonna make the Old Republic in the future films, I really hope you do. Just don't mess it up. Hopefully just don't mess it up. Just don't change drastically. You can make it into a mold. Just combine your idea with their idea and smash it right there and then. Just like what you did in MCUs. But God, don't erase everything from George Lucas's vision. That's it. That's all I'm asking. But yeah, I really hope the Old Republic, if it's the Old Republic, I will wait for it. I will be hyped for it. But for now, I'm just gonna stop watching the films for now. I'm not gonna watch them on premiere night. I'm probably not at all. I'll wait, and then we'll see if the Old Republic is gonna be their next big film. I will approve of that, or a TV series. I'm fine with it. Just don't mess up Darth Malgus. Yeah, that's it for the video, guys. So let me know on the comment section what you think. This is just a raw video for me making it because I was literally thinking of the ways, like, I have to understand it, you know. I want you to understand what I'm trying to understand with this movie. So yeah, guys, videos will be coming up soon. Final Fantasy's gameplay would be coming up. The Last of Us, the Avengers. I couldn't make gaming videos because of the issue of hardware, so I apologize for that. I know it's been a while. But guys, thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please make sure you leave a like. You share this to your friends about what they think about Star Wars. Put them in the comments section. What do you think? Tell me what you think. So yeah, I will see you on the next video, guys. Peace.